To South Africa, and there's been a harrowing testimony today in the trial of Paralympian Oscar Pistorius. Prosecutors claim he murdered his girlfriend on Valentine's Day last year. Today, the court's been told how Pistorius had cried and prayed and tried to save Reeva after he had shot her. This report from CCTV's Dan Williams.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Okay.
A calm and composed-looking Oscar Pistorius arrived at the courthouse for day 4 of his trial. In the early session, Pistorius made notes and appeared relaxed as his senior counsel, Barry Rue, continued his cross-examination of witness Charles Johnson. But contrast that to this, Pistorius apparently close to tears, unable to bear what he's hearing. It was a reaction to the evidence from another state witness. Neighbour Johan Stupp told the court he had heard gunshots and he had gone to the Pistorius house.
As I approached the lady, there was a man on his knees on the left side. He had his left hand on the right groin and his right hand, second and third fingers in her mouth. And I remember the first thing he said when I got there was that he said, "I shot her. I thought she was a burglar and I shot her."
Stupp outlined in graphic detail what he saw. It was a traumatic moment too for Steenkamp's family and friends.
I tried to open the airway and to look for any signs of life. She had no pulse in her neck. She had no peripheral pulse. She had no breathing movements that she made. She was clenching down on Oscar's fingers as he was trying to open her airway. So to me it was obvious that she was mortally wounded. Oscar was crying all the time. He prayed to God to please let her live. She must not die. He said at one stage while he was praying that he will dedicate his life and her life to God if she would just only live and not die that night.
Stupp also told the court that he was worried about Pistorius' mental state at that moment. He was concerned for the whereabouts of the gun as he feared the athlete could hurt himself. It was without doubt the most emotional day of the trial so far, and that's likely to continue on day 5. Dan Williams, CCTV, Pretoria.